Hey guys, welcome to Pabbly. So in today's video, we are going to learn how to trigger Gmail alert when Stripe payment is high. It is perfect if you have received any high payment and want to get notified about it instantly. For the trigger, we will use Stripe, and for the action, we will use Gmail. As soon as a payment of 10,000 or more than that will be received on Stripe, automatically an email will be sent to Gmail by Stripe. And you can be updated about your every payment effortlessly and automatically. So now without wasting any time, let me take you to my screen and show you how to create this. Welcome back to my screen. In today's walkthrough, I will show you how to automatically send an internal Gmail alert whenever you receive a high value payment, specifically anything above rupees 10,000 through Stripe. This setup is perfect if you are running an legal service business and want to get instantly notified when a client makes a significant payment. We will use an amazing automation software called Pabbly Connect to create this automation. And here, as soon as we will receive an payment above rupees 10,000, an email like this will be sent to our account. Like, hi team, a payment exceeding rupees 10,000 has been received. The details are amount received is 15,000. The customer email ID is also given here and also the payment ID is mentioned. So now without wasting any time, let me tell you the procedure to create this amazing automation. For creating a new workflow, firstly we have to open a new tab, and here on search bar we have to search pabbly.com/connect and enter it. But before moving further, let me give you a quick brief about the Pabbly community. It is the community where business owners and tech mind connect, share their work, solve problems together, and grow with real support and ideas from like-minded people. To join this community, we have the link given in our description. Now we are directed towards the home page of Pabbly. Here on the right-hand side corner, you can see this sign up for free and sign in option. Sign up for free is for the new user, and here they can get 100 free tasks every month. And as I already have my account, I'll directly sign in. Now we have landed on this page. Here we can see all the apps powered by Pabbly. So today we will be using with Pabbly Connect over here. So for that, we have to click on this Access Now button like this. Now we are directed towards this dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we can create and manage all of our automation workflows in one place with Pabbly Connect dashboard. For creating a new workflow, firstly we have to go towards the right hand side corner and click on this Create Workflow button. Now here we can see two options for selecting a workflow builder, that is New Beta version and Classic version. The Classic version is traditional step-by-step layout that's stable and simple, but we will be using the New Beta version today, which is more faster, flexible, and also offers drag and drop interface, perfect for visualizing complex automations more easily. So we will click on this select button over here like this, and now here in this create workflow dialog box, firstly they're asking for mentioning a workflow name and selecting a folder. So firstly I will mention a name over here for my workflow, that is trigger Gmail alert when Stripe payment is high value. After mentioning the workflow name, here they're asking us for selecting a folder. We can create a folder for organizing our workflow. Here we can select folder or subfolder where we want to create our workflow. So as I have already created some folder, I will select the folder of automation from here. Now if you want to learn how to create a folder, you can go towards this blue text learn more button, and here you will get a video tutorial, also the steps you need to follow for creating a folder. Now I will click on this create button. Here as you can see, workflow created successfully. Now we are directed towards this workflow builder page of Pabbly Connect. Here on the top left hand side corner, you can see this name of my workflow. Also we have to toggle this button on to activate it. Now coming to the center part of the screen, here you can see this add trigger option. For creating a new workflow in Pabbly Connect, there is two very important aspects that we need to know about, that is trigger and action. So let me tell you what is trigger and action. Trigger is the starting point, that event that initiates the workflow, and action is the resulting task that happens automatically after the trigger. In short, trigger is when something happens and action is do it in response. So firstly here we have to select the trigger as Stripe. Now we are selecting Stripe as a trigger because we want as soon as a payment more than 10,000 is received on Stripe, automatically we need to have an email. Now for the app event, we will select here new charge and click on this connect button. Now here as you can see, we have received this webhook URL which will work as a bridge between Stripe and Pabbly Connect. So firstly we have to copy this webhook URL from here, and these are all the steps given below which we have to follow to add this webhook URL in our Stripe account. Now we have to log in into a Stripe account. So as you can see, I have already logged in it. This is the dashboard of my Stripe account. Also it is in test mode. Now we have to come towards this left hand side, and on the bottom side you can see this developers option. We have to click on this developers, and now here you can see this webhooks option. We have to click on this webhooks. After clicking on webhooks, we are directed towards this page. Here we can add a webhook. For that we have to click on this add destination option, and now here we have to select for events from API version and events. So as events from will be from your event, and for the API version I will select the latest version. Now coming to the events, here we have to search for charge, and we will select this charge succeeded option. Here it occurs whenever a charge is successful. We will click on this, and now we will click on this continue button. Now we will move forward with this webhook endpoint button and click on this continue. Now here we will paste the webhook URL like this, which we got from our Pabbly Connect. Now we will click on this create destination button. So now here as you can see, our webhook is successfully added in the Stripe. So now here as you can see, still they are waiting for the webhook response. Now for getting a response, firstly we have to make a payment on Stripe. Now here in the left hand side corner we have this option for payment links. We will click on this payment links, and here you can see this legal services. We will simply copy this URL from here and open it in a new tab. Now this is the page where we have to make the payment. Also you can see it is in test mode. So firstly I will mention some dummy details over here. So now here as you can see, I have mentioned some dummy details like email, card information, card holder name, and also the country or region is India. Now I will simply click on this pay button, and as you can see the payment is processing. And now successfully we have made our payment and also got this thank you note. Now I will again take you back to my Pabbly Connect. Now here as you can see, we have received this response see over here 10 seconds ago, and these are all the details which we have filled while making the payment. And like this, it has successfully captured all the details like name, email, etc. over here. But here as you can see, the payment which we have done was of rupees 15,000, but the payment which is shown over here is of rupees 15 lakh. This is because Stripe also counts the decimal value. So this is not 15 lakh rupees, it is 15 lakh paisa. So firstly, we need to convert this 15 lakh into 15,000. So for that, firstly, we have to simply close this from here. And now coming towards this Stripe, here we have to click on this plus icon from here for adding one more action step. Now here in the search bar, we will search for number formatter by Pabbly. And for the app event, we will scroll down and come towards this perform math operation and click on this connect button. Now here for the number, we will map the field which we have received with the decimal value. That was 15 lakh. But before moving forward, let me tell you what is mapping. Mapping in Pabbly Connect means linking data from one step to another. It allows dynamic transfer of values between triggers and action steps. So here instead of writing them manually, I will simply map those fields. So here for the amount, I will search for amount. Now like this, I have successfully mapped the field. Also we have the subtext given here below which will help us perform this math operation. Now this subtext says enter the number here. You can enter the comma separated values to perform math operation. Example 100, 200 for 100 plus 200. So as we want to divide this number from 100, we will simply add this comma and write here 100. And for the math operation, we will select divide. Now we will click on the save and send test request button. And here as you can see, math operation is successful and result is rupees 15,000 rupees. So now we will simply close this again, and now we will move forward with one more very important action step, that is for filter by Pabbly. As we have to filter for the amount which is more than rupees 10,000 and automatically send a mail. So for the app event, we will select this filter value and click on this connect button. Now for the choose label, here we will select the amount which we have received from our number formatter, that is rupees 15,000, and here we will select this greater than option as we have to trigger this application as soon as a payment greater than 10,000 happens. So we will select greater than for filter type, and here for the value we will enter it manually. So like this, we have successfully entered and mapped all the field. Now we will click on the save and send test request button, and here as you can see, the condition is true and status is success. Now we will close this again, and now coming towards the last action step, that is Gmail. So we will again click on this plus icon, and here we will select for Gmail. We are selecting action step as our Gmail because we want to send a mail as soon as we receive more payment than rupees 10,000. We are selecting Gmail as our action step because we want to send a mail as soon as the payment exceeds more than rupees 10,000. Here we have to scroll down and come towards this send email v1 and click on this connect button. Now here for the connection type, they are giving us two options. Select existing connection if you already have a connection, but as I have to move forward with adding a new connection, so I will click on this, and now I will sign in with Google. I will choose my Gmail account and connect it with Pabbly as it is a safe platform. Now here, as you can see, connection created successfully. Coming forward, we have this recipient's email, CC, BCC, sender's name, email subject, reply to, email content type, file name, etc. option. So now we will one by one map these fields. So firstly, coming towards this recipient's email, for that I will simply write @ and here, as you can see, this is our email ID of the customer which we have received. Now moving forward, CC and BCC, as these are not required field and I don't want to enter it, so I'll simply move forward, but if you want, you can also mention it. Now for the sender's name, I will give it as legal services. Moving forward towards this email subject. So I will also mention my email subject over here. Now here, as you can see, I have mentioned my subject, high value payment received. Moving forward to this reply to field, as I am not replying to anyone rather than the recipient's email, I will simply move forward, but you can mention it too. Coming towards this email content type, we have two options, plain or HTML. I will simply move forward with plain type. Now here I have to mention an email content. So firstly, I will write the email content and then map some fields over here. Now here, as you can see, I have written my email content. Now I will map some fields for amount, customer email ID and payment ID. So for mapping the field of amount, we will go towards this number formatter where we have converted our 15 lakh paisa into 15,000 rupees and we will select this 15,000 from here. Now coming towards this customer email, we will simply search @ from here and this is the email which we have received from customer's email. Moving forward for the payment ID, here we will search for ID and this is the ID of our payment. So successfully like this, we have entered our email content and also mapped the fields. Now moving forward towards this file name and attachment, as I want to keep my mail simple, I will simply move forward and now I will click on the save and send test request button. Here, as you can see, the email is sent successfully to the recipient's email which I have mentioned. So firstly, now I will take you to my Gmail account. So now here, like this, I have received this email, high value payment received, which was my subject. Hi team, a payment exceeding rupees 10,000 has been received. Also the amount, customer email ID and payment ID is mentioned. Also I have received this email just 0 minutes ago. So similarly like this, you can also create this amazing automation where for the trigger we chose Stripe, and for converting the 15 lakh paisa into 15,000 rupees, we use number formatter. And for filtering the value which exceeds more than rupees 10,000, we use this filter by Pabbly. And automatically to send a Gmail after the payment more than 10,000 is made, we use Gmail over here. So similarly like this, you can also create this amazing automation with the help of clone link mentioned in the description. I hope this video was informative for you. Not just these applications, you can integrate many more applications like this with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now to connect with us, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. For more questions and queries, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com, and for more pricing related details, you can visit the website mentioned over here. Also, Pabbly Connect comes with some free plans. So what are you waiting for? Try this amazing automation today.